So flat weld is that if a welding is provided in a flat position, then is known as flat weld. Then if the welding is provided in a horizontal position, then is known as horizontal welds. And if the welding is applied in vertical direction, then is known as vertical welds. And if the position of the welded material is above the welder, that is known as overhead welds. Okay, these are the various classification based on the position. Okay, and next is the classification based on type of joint. Okay, classification based on the type of joints. Classification based on the type of joints. Okay, type of joint. So in that, butt or groove weld is there, then lap or fillet weld, then T-weld, then corner weld. So first is butt or groove weld, butt or groove weld, then lap or fillet weld, then T-weld, then corner weld. So we can see that corner butt weld, that is if the two corner sections of two plates should be joined, then is known as corner welds. Okay, corner welds. Then next is T-weld. So here it is T-weld if the section is provided, that is if the two plates are connected like this and welding is applied in this side, that is welding is applied in this section, that is weld is applied in this section, that is known as T fillet weld. Okay, T fillet weld. So okay, so we can see that here it is, the welding is provided between this plate and this plate. Okay, and next is then okay, that is about. Then next is the design of butt or groove weld. Okay, next is the design of butt or groove weld. Then butt welds are used to connect structural members that are aligned in the same plane. Okay, butt welds are used to connect structural members that are aligned in a same plane, and edge preparation becomes necessary for plates over 10 mm thickness for manual welding. Then a square groove weld used to connect plates up to 8 mm thickness, and butt weld is usually designed for direct tension and compression and shear also in the some special case. So the next topic is the design of butt or groove weld, that is butt weld are used to connect structural members that are aligned in a same plane. So we are using butt weld if we are providing the plates which are connected in a same plane, then we are providing the butt weld. Okay, so if the plates which are in the same plane, to connect that place we are using the butt weld. Okay, then or we can use a groove section is formed here and we can weld that. Okay, a groove section is formed here, then we can, so okay, then next a groove section is created here and we can fill that weld that section. Okay, then butt welds are used to connect structural members that are aligned in a same plane. So they connects the structural members which are lying in a same plane, and edge preparation becomes necessary for plates over 10 mm thickness for manual welding. So for greater than thickness, the plate thickness is greater than 10 mm, then the edge preparation is required. And a square groove weld used to connect the plate up to 8 mm thickness. So up to 8 mm thickness plates, then a square groove weld is used to connect the plate. So of about plate thickness of about 8 mm thickness, then we are using a square groove weld to connect the plates together. So square groove weld is used to connect the plates, and butt weld is usually designed for direct tension and compression. So this butt weld is usually provided for, designed for direct tension and compression, and shear also taken in some cases. Okay, so the butt weld is usually designed for direct tension and compression in some cases, shear also, for shear also we are design this butt welds. Okay, then next is the reinforcement, that is it is very difficult to maintain flat surface during the welding with the parent member, and reinforcement is extra weld metal 0.75 mm to 3 mm, which makes throat dimension at least 10% greater than the thickness of the weld material. And the reason for providing reinforcement is to increase the efficiency of the connection. So reinforcement is that in a welded section the reinforcement means, so if you are providing a welding of the two plates, if you are providing a welding of two plates, if you are provided like this, and normally we are using like this, reinforcement means if you are welding two plates, okay, we are welding two plates and the dimension, that is the welding section provided is projected, that is some distance, that is from above this section, that is this is the reinforcement section. So this bottom and top portion, shaded portion, is the reinforcement section, that is the greater thickness, that is the greater thickness than that of the thickness which is greater than that of the plate thickness, that is the thickness which is projected above and below the section is known as reinforcement. Okay, reinforcement. Okay, okay, so normally we are doing welding like this, connecting these two plates like this, then that is the thickness will be same as this thickness is same as that of the plate section, and if you are providing like this, the projected section will be provided, is known as reinforcement. Okay, so it is very difficult to maintain flush surface during welding with the parent members, and the reinforcement is extra weld material. So it is the extra weld material, extra weld material, extra weld material. Okay, is the extra weld metal. Okay, is the reinforcement means is the extra weld metal that is of about 0.75 to 3 mm. Okay, that is of about 0.75 to 3 mm, which makes the throat dimension at least 10% greater than the thickness of the weld material. So this thickness of the reinforcement should be equal to 0.75 mm to 3 mm. So weld the reinforcement dimension should be 0.75 mm to 3 mm, and which makes the throat dimension at least 10% greater than the thickness of the welded material. So 10%, this is should be 10% greater than the thickness of the welded material. So is known as reinforcement. Okay, so the reinforcement is the extra weld metal that is of about 0.75 mm to 3 mm, that is about 10% greater than that of the thickness of the welded material. Okay, okay, then the reason for providing reinforcement is to increase the efficiency of the connection. So we are providing this reinforcement to increase the efficiency of the connection. To increase the efficiency, we are providing the reinforcement. Okay, that is in this figure we can see that the extra, that is extra section which is provided, that is extra section provided is known as reinforcement. Okay, the extra section provided is known as reinforcement. Okay, then this is a weld face, and this is a throat thickness. Throat thickness is the thickness between the welded section, normal welded section, that is this is the throat thickness. Okay, TE. Okay, then reinforcement makes the butt weld stronger for static load. So providing while we providing reinforcement, it provides the butt weld stronger for static loads. It can take the static loads. So the butt weld stronger for static loads while we providing the reinforcement. Okay, okay. Then however the reinforcement effects is neglected in the design strength calculation. So in the calculation part we are not using the reinforcement part. Okay, no, neglecting the effects of reinforcement. Okay, And next is the types of butt weld. Okay, next is the type of butt welds. Next, first is square butt weld, then single V butt weld, then double V butt weld, then single bevel butt weld, then double bevel butt weld, single V butt weld, then double V butt weld, then single J butt weld, then double J butt welds, etc. So, what are the different types of butt welds? Such as square butt welds, then single V butt weld, then double V butt weld, then single bevel butt weld, then double bevel butt weld, then single V butt weld, then double V butt weld, then single J butt weld, double U butt weld, then single J butt weld, then double J butt weld. So, we can discuss that. That is, first is square butt weld. Square butt weld. That is, square butt weld is that if the plates are connected like this, if the plates are connected, the edges are in square shape. The edges, that is, this edges is in square shape. That is square shape, and welding is provided in this section. This is known as square butt weld. Okay, square butt weld. Okay, next is single V butt weld. Okay, in single V butt weld, we see the we should see the shape. That is, in single V shape, there is a V shape is provided here. Single V is that here is provided single V. Okay, so in the single V, we are providing a V section here. Then here also there is a V section. Then we are welding in this section. Is known as single V. Okay, this is square. This is square weld section. This is single V. Okay, this is single V. And in the double V, there is here also there is a V section is provided. Okay, so in double V, okay, in double V there is here also a okay, this is here we are welding is provided, that is double V. Okay, that is double V. Okay, this is double V weld. Okay, double V butt weld. Okay, then next is the double V butt weld is over. Then next is the single bevel shape. In single bevel shape, there is one portion is in square section. Okay, one portion is square and another portion is an inclined, that is V section. So one is in one plate is in shape of V section and another is of square section, and this is known as single bevel. Okay, single bevel is known as single bevel. Okay, in double bevel. Okay, next is in double bevel, the two section, one is square, one plate is square and the other plate is two section is in V shape. Okay, that is in one plate is square, then another plate is two sections are square. Okay, we can see in this figure, that is double, and welding is provided in this section is known as double bevel. Okay, double bevel, that is known as double bevel. So in single bevel there is one inclined portion and one square portion is provided, and in double bevel there is one square portion and two inclined portions, that is two V portions is given. Okay, that is double bevel section. And single U means that is in two places there is a U portion is created. Okay, in two places there is a U portion is created. Okay, and welding is provided between these U plates. Okay, in this section, that is single U. This is single U. Okay, single U. In this single U, in the two plates there is a U section is created. Okay, there is a U section is created. Is known as single U. That in double U section, double U, there is two U's are created. In the bottom also there is a U section is created. That is in this section there is U, and this section also is a U portion. Then okay, and welding between this portion is known as double U. Okay, double U is known as double U. Okay, next is single J. Okay, and next is single J. In this, one plate is in square shape and another plate is in J shape. Okay, other plate is in J shape, is known as, and welding is provided between this, is known as single J. Okay, it's known as single J. Okay, it's known as single J. And double J is if the one plate is in square shape and other plate that is in J shape. Okay, other plate is in J shape and welding is provided between. This section is too large, sorry. Okay, and also okay, a J section is provided here and the welding is done, and here also two J sections is provided here, so it's known as double J. Okay, double J. So these are the various types of butt welds. So the first one is square butt weld. In square butt weld, the two section is straight. The square two plates should be in square shape, that is straight portions is there. And in single, that is square. Then next is single V. Single V, in the two plates there is a V shape. In two plates there is a V shape is there. And in double V shape, V-shaped butt weld, then there is in the two portion, in the two plates there is in the two, on the top and the bottom portion there is a V shape. In the top and the bottom portion of the two plates there is a V shape is present. So that is double V butt weld. Then is single bevel butt weld, that is in this one plate there is a straight portion and another plate there is a V shape, that is inclined portion, that is single bevel. So in the next double bevel, that is in the one plate that is straight portion, another plate there is a inclined portion, that is inclined portion, that is two V's are provided, and in U shape there is a U portion in the first and second plate. In the two plates there is a V portion is there, and in the double V, that is two portions. In the two portions, in the top and the bottom of the two plates there is a U shape is present, and in the single bevel, that is a straight portion is there, then in a single J there is a straight portion is there and a J portion in the another plate. And next is double J, that is in the first plate there is a straight plane, and in the second there is a J portion in the top and bottom. Okay, these are the various types of butt welds. Okay, next is the size of butt welds or throat thickness, that is TE. Size of butt weld or throat thickness, that is TE. Size of butt weld is specified by throat dimension and also called effective throat thickness, that is TE. That is size of butt weld is specified by throat dimension. So the size of butt weld is specified by using the throat dimension, that is if your weld is connected, weld is provided between these two plates, and this thickness of weld and this thickness of weld is known as throat thickness TE, and this thickness is known as throat thickness TE. Okay, and the size of butt weld is specified by throat thickness, throat dimension. Okay, so the size of a butt weld is specified according to the throat dimension and also called the effective throat thickness, that is TE. So it is known as effective throat dimension, that is effective throat thickness, that is TE. that is TE is equal to 5 by 8 thickness of the thinner member in the case of a single V and single U and single bevel butt joint. In the case of a single V, single U and a single bevel butt joint. In the case of a single V, single U and a single bevel butt joint, then TE value is equal to 5 by 8 the thickness of the thinner member. So, in the case of a TE is equal to 5 by 8 of thickness of the thinner member. In the case of if the TE is the thickness, if the TE is the thickness of TE is of about 5 by 8 on the thickness of the thinner member in the case of a single V and single U and a single bevel butt joint, and TE is equal to thickness of the thinner member in the case of a double V, double U and a double bevel butt joint. Okay. So, TE is equal to 5 by 8, TE is equal to 5 by 8 into thickness of thinner member. Okay, thickness of thinner member. Okay, so in the first case, TE is equal to 5 by 8 into thickness of the thinner member. So, if the two plates is there, if the plates are overlapped like this, so if the first plate is overlapped with the second plate and first plate have a higher thickness and the second plate have a lower thickness, then the values, that is TE is equal to 5 by 8 into thickness of the thinner member. Okay, then next is the it is used for the single V, single U and a single bevel butt joint. Okay, then next is the TE is the thickness of the thinner member in the case of double V, double U and a double bevel butt joint. In the case of double V, double U and a double bevel butt joint, TE value is taken as T, that is thickness of the thinner member. So, in the case of single V, single U and a single bevel butt joint, we are taking TE is equal to 5 by 8 into thickness of thinner member. Okay, that is 5 by 8 T, that is 5 by 8 T is taken. Okay, 5 by 8 T is taken, and in the case of a double V, W and a double bevel butt joint, we are taking TE is equal to T. Okay, okay, that is the size of butt well, that is according to the throat dimension, throat thickness. Okay, then effective sectional area, that is AE. Next is the effective sectional area, that is AE. Effective sectional area AE, that is effective area of butt well is the product of effective throat thickness and the effective length of the butt well. So, effective throat thickness is represented like that TE, and the effective length of the butt well is represented as LW. So, the AE is equal to, so AE, that is effective cross sectional area. Effective cross sectional area AE is equal to TE into LW. Okay, AE is equal to effective cross sectional area. Effective sectional area is equal to throat thickness TE into effective length of the butt joint, that is TW. Is the product of this TE and TW. Okay, and next topic is the limit state design concept, that is design strength of butt weld. Okay, design strength of butt weld, that is first is design axial strength of butt weld. Design axial strength of butt weld, that is TDW. Okay, design first is the design axial strength of butt weld. Design axial strength of butt weld, that is TDW. Okay, TDW, axial strength of butt weld, that is TDW. That is the design strength of butt weld in tension or compression is governed by yield, that is TDW. That is design strength of butt weld in tension and compression is governed by yield. Then that is TW. The equation is that TDW is equal to LW into TE into Fy dash divided by gamma MW. So, in this TDW, that is TDW is this, that is the design axial strength of the butt weld. Okay, design axial strength of the butt weld. Then LW is the effective length of the butt weld. LW is the effective length of the butt weld, and TE is the throat thickness, and Fy dash is the yield stress. Okay, then gamma MW is taken according to that is 1.25 for the workshop welding and 1.5 for the site welding. So our equation is that T dW is equal to LW into TE into Fy dash divided by gamma MW is our equation. Okay, this is our equation. T dW is equal to LW into TE into Fy dash divided by gamma MW, and in that Fy dash, this Fy dash is the smaller of the yield stress of the weld and the parent material in megapascal. So Fy dash is taken as the smallest value, that is the value of the the smallest value of the yield stress of the weld or the parent material is taken from that smallest value is taken as the yield stress, that is Fy dash it is taken in megapascal. Okay, then next is LW is the effective length of the weld in mm. Okay, that is LW is the effective length of the weld in mm. Then next is TW is the throat thickness, that is effective throat thickness of the weld in meter. Okay, in meter, and that is we have already discussed that TE is taken as 5/8 into thickness of the thinner member, then or TE is taken as thickness of the thinner member. So in two cases, that is 5/8 into thickness of thinner connected member in the case of a single butt weld. Okay, in the case of a single butt weld, we are taking this first equation, that is TE is equal to 5/8 into thickness of thinner member. Then next is TE is equal to T, that is for the in the case of fully penetrated butt weld or a double butt weld. In the case of a fully penetrated butt weld or a double butt weld, we are using this equation, that is TE is equal to T, that is the TE is equal to throat dimension is the throat thickness is the effective throat thickness is the thickness of the thinner member. Okay, and this is about the T. Okay, next is gamma MW is the partial safety factor against the weld strength. Okay, that is gamma MW is the partial safety factor against the weld strength. Okay, and gamma MW for the workshop welding, gamma MW is taken for the workshop welding as 1.25, and gamma MW value is taken according to the site or field welding, that is taken as 1.5. Okay, these are the various terms in this equation, that is